All right, guys. So we've talked a little bit about electricity, and then in order to define electricity a little bit more than we did in the previous videos, we wanted to talk about Ohm's law. So Ohm's law defines the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance in your electrical circuits. Ohm's law is current and resistor values vary in direct proportion to the voltage applied to it and is inversely proportional to the resistor's value. So it's kind of a long definition that might be sort of hard to understand. But what that kind of means mathematically is I equals V over R. Um, I in this case is your current, which is amps. V is your voltage, which is measured in volts. And resistance is measured in ohms, is your R. And the way we use these, the easiest way that I found to show how to use these is Ohm's law's triangle. So you put the V up top and the I and the R in the bottom. And the way you use these is if I'm looking for a certain value, I will cover that with my thumb, and then it gives you the equation. So if I'm looking for I, cover I with my thumb, I get V over R. So I equals V over R. If I want R, I cover that with my thumb. You get R equals V over I. And if you want V, you cover that with your thumb, and you get V equals I times R. Okay? So now we're going to go over an example, show how to use that. Our example is flashlight. So a flashlight uses a 6-volt battery and has a bulb with a resistance of 150 ohms. When the flashlight is on, how much current will be drawn from the battery? So I want you guys to pause the video here and see if you can figure this one out on your own using Ohm's law's triangle. All right, I hope you guys were able to figure that one out. What I'm going to do first is draw a little schematic so we can see what we're doing here. So you get your power source here. You've got your light bulb. We'll draw that as a resistor. They said that that was 150 ohms and that this was 6 volts. So what I'm going to do is I'll connect these in a circuit here. Just like that. So we've got that thing kind of going on. From the question, we can see that we're looking for current. So to find current, which is our I, draw my triangle here. All right. And we know that V goes at the top, I, and then R. So if I'm looking to find I, cover that with my thumb. So I get I equals V over R. So I, in this case, what we're looking for, V is 6 volts, and our R is 150 ohms. So when we divide that out, we get 0.04 amps, or 40 milliamps. Okay, so that is just a quick example of how you could use Ohm's law to solve a problem.